guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Let's go through all of the books that I read in June, and then at the end I'll do a little bit of what books I want to read in July, you know, what's currently on my TBR. So I haven't read that many books this month. If you watched last month, you'll know that I read so many. I think it was like 14 or 15 books. But this month has been a little bit different because I've been very busy. I've been working, I set up a new business. Like, there's been a lot that's been going on. So reading kind of took a back seat a little bit. I did read, I think it's 6 books. So let's go through. I'm going to go through each of the books in order, and this is going to be spoiler free as well because I don't like to ruin the reading experience for anyone that comes to visit my channel. This is a safe space. You won't get any spoilers from me, and if there is going to be a spoiler, I will tell you about it. So yeah, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I love growing this community and I'm so excited to see where we end up. So let's jump straight into it with book number 1. The first book that I read in June was The Family Upstairs. So I read this as part of my book club that I'm part of on Facebook, and I read it on my Kindle, as you can tell. This is a thriller, and I can tell you right now that this was really good. I find thrillers to be super predictable, and when they follow the same kind of storyline, it gets a little bit boring for me. But this was a bit of a different thriller to what I'm used to, so it was really exciting, and it was just interesting. Like, I haven't read a thriller that is based around this kind of situation before. It wasn't like a typical like murder mystery type thriller. This is a different kind of thriller, so it was really enjoyable. I really liked the way that Lisa actually linked it all up together at the end as well, and I think this is actually a series. There is a second book. I haven't read the second book, I haven't bought it. I do want to read it, but it's not like I'm not immediately like wanting to read the next one, but it is going to be on my TBR to read. Maybe in July, maybe not. It's just going to go on my ever-growing TBR list. But yeah, this one was really good, and I rated it 5 stars on Goodreads because I really enjoyed it. I also finished off the Caraval series in June. I can't remember when I read Legendary. It may have been in May, but I can't remember, so I'm just going to include it in the 2, and I'll review the books as like a series. I'd say it's more of a young adult than like adult fantasy, but it was really fun to read. It was really magical. I love the main characters, and I absolutely love the way Stephanie Garber writes because she's so creative. You can really like picture everything that's going on, and I'm one of those people when I read that I like to picture it. I like to really immerse myself in that book and imagine that I'm doing it, you know, I'm doing whatever it is that's happening. And I feel like with Stephanie's books you really can do that. And Caraval is probably my favourite fantasy world because it is so magical, it's so exciting. Like, there's just something so amazing about these books, and if I could be in any fantasy world I'd probably pick this one. It's just so much fun. Like, I just really enjoyed reading these. I rated them both for 5 stars because they were just so much fun and I loved them both. So yeah, absolutely loved Caraval series. The next book that I read is another thriller, and it's called Magpie by Elizabeth Day. I also read this on my Kindle because it was part of the Amazon Prime deals, and I didn't know what to expect going into this. I feel like from the title you can't really tell like what this book is going to be about, and I didn't actually like read the blurb or anything because my friend read it and she said it was really good, so I was like, do you know what, I'm just going to read it. And I read it and I didn't know where this was going. I was really confused. I was a bit like, what is happening here? Like, and I was trying to like work out like where the story was going to go as I was reading it, and I still got it wrong. This had a really good twist in it and I didn't expect it, and I think again this is another thriller as well that is not like a typical like murder mystery thriller. Like, it's a different genre of thriller, I guess. Is that like a thing? I don't know. It was really good. I haven't read anything like this before, and I would really recommend this. I think this might have been my favorite thriller that I've read this year. It was honestly amazing, like 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5 stars, so enjoyable. After I read Magpie, I wanted something a little bit romancy, a little bit cutesy. This is the first in like a trilogy of books, but I haven't got the second and the third book yet. I need to buy them. I just haven't got round to doing it yet. But this was another like cutesy, fun, adorable young adult fantasy. It's about fate, and we've got like magic in it. And again, like, this is by Stephanie Garber, so her writing is just so creative. it's magical, kind of like really sucks you in, and it's so descriptive. I kind of just imagined I was the main characters. She has a way of making characters really lovable, like even if they're evil, I still love them. I don't know what it's about and I don't know how she does it, but I'm just always obsessed with her characters. I think they're so much fun. This was definitely young adult. Again, I would say this isn't like an adult fantasy, so if you want something that's a little bit more like Rogue, this probably isn't for you. But if you're after something that's fun, easy to read, easy to follow, then I would definitely recommend Once Upon a Broken Heart. I have heard that the second book is better than the first, so I'm really excited to read it. I am going to buy it, I just don't know when. I'm not normally like this. I normally buy a whole series and read it, but I just haven't been doing that recently. But yeah, I really enjoyed this and I rated this a 4 stars. After I read Once Upon a Broken Heart, I was still kind of in a romance mood, so we read Reckless. I did just upload a vlog of reading my June TBR, so if you want to see me reading this book, a few other books like in real time, then go and watch that video because it's nice and fun. But this book, we have finished it and I didn't think anything was going to top Flawless. I did talk about the Chestnut Springs series a little bit in my last vlog as well, so I won't go into this too much, otherwise it's going to be a bit repetitive. But I didn't think I was going to love any other book in the series as much as I did Flawless, but this topped it for me. They're both 5 stars, but this is like, there was something so special. Again, I went into this book not really knowing what to expect because I don't like to read up too much about books before I read them because I don't like to spoil it. Yeah, this was so much better than I thought it was going to be. I absolutely fell in love with Winter and Theo and I just absolutely adore them. I think they're my favourite couple. Out of all of the couples I've read in Chestnut Springs, those 2 are my favourites, and it's really got me excited for the last one in the series, which is called Hopeless, and I think it's about Beau. I'm excited to get to that one because we haven't really seen that much of Beau yet. So yeah, I'm really excited. Absolutely loved it. Really, I just want to stay in the Chestnut Springs world forever. I don't want to leave. So that's everything that I read in June. And then for my TBR in July, to be honest, my TBR is a little bit of a mess. Like I have quite a few thrillers that I want to get through and read. And I also need to finish like series, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get to that next month or whatever. I'm a bit of a mood reader, so I kind of pick my books based on what I feel like reading at the time. So I'm going to say for my July TBR, I want to finish the 2 books that I'm reading right now. So the 2 books that I'm reading right now are, I'm reading them both on my Kindle. So I'm reading Period Power by Maisie Hill, which is a really good like non-fiction book. I haven't read a non-fiction book for a long time, but I really wanted to pick this one up because I just started my online personal training business again, and obviously my target audience is girls, so I thought I would buy that book to grow my knowledge a little bit more and have a little bit more of an understanding of the female body. So I'm reading that and that's really good and really informative. So next month I want to finish that. And then the next book that I'm reading on my Kindle is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, because it was on the Amazon Prime reading free deal thing. It's good so far, but I would say it's a little bit slow. I think it is going to pick up and it is going to get good, but I also want to finish that in July. And then I'm not going to set myself any other goals of things to read because I don't think I'm actually reading everything that's on my TBR, and I've got my holiday coming up, so it's definitely going to be a little bit. Oh, I do want to read Hopeless. I do want to finish the Chestnut Springs series, so I'll probably read that while I'm on holiday. I think that's going to be my holiday book that I'm going to take with me. So yeah, I'm really excited. I've got lots of reading to do. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye!